Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new video. So for today I filmed this makeup look right over here for you guys. It's just a copper smoky eye. I just used glitter and just really smoked it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to give this video a really big thumbs up if you guys like makeup tutorial. If you're new to my channel, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Natasha. Thank you so much for subscribing. I love you guys, and if you guys want to see how to create this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off by taking a little bit of Scotch tape. Again, you could use any tape of your choice. I'm just going to take a little bit of the Scotch tape. I'm going to put it at the back of my hands like this, and I'm just going to peel it off. This is just going to get rid of a little bit of that stickiness so it's not too harsh on your eyes and it's not pulling or tugging. The skin around your eyes is very sensitive, you know, so you want to be very careful. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to prime our lid. I'm using the ANASTASIA eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to go ahead and just apply this all over my lids. And this is going to really ensure that your eyeshadow stays all day long, doesn't crease. And again, because it's very, very light, it's going to help those colors really pop. And then just taking any brush, I'm just taking a Morphe brush. I'm just going to go ahead and buff this in. And we applied that Scotch tape just because we want it to be a very nice, sharp and clean edge when we peel it off. It's just going to help. And again, I want this eyeshadow look to be more, you know, cat-eyed and like pulled out a little bit. So that's why I also applied that tape. So it's just going to be a guide and it's going to really help with that. So now that my eyeshadow primer is on, I'm going to move on to the eyes. For today's look, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This is an OG palette of mine. As you can see, I really loved this palette. I hit pan on a few colors. So yeah, this is a very pretty palette, and this is what we're using for today's look. I wanted to use different palettes as well because I don't want you guys to get bored of seeing me use the same palette again and again. So I'm dipping into the shade Sandalwood first, which is this really pretty brown color. It's very neutral. It's perfect for the transition. And I'm taking this on my MAC 224 blending brush. I'm just going to start dusting this in my crease, back and forth in windshield wiper motion. I'm actually going to switch brushes. I'm taking the Morphe M441 blending brush. Honestly, you guys, I feel like this brush is a staple, and I'm always using this for my transition and stuff. It's just the perfect size and it really helps blend and buff your transition out so nicely. So I'm just really buffing this out and diffusing it. I want this to be really smoky. It's a really pretty sort of light brown. Next, I'm going to pick up the shade Henna, which is this really pretty color right over here, right beside Sandalwood. And I'm picking that up on my Morphe M433 blending brush. And this I'm just going to be putting into my eye socket and just really, you know, warming up this look and adding some more depth into it. And I'm really just blending this in my crease. And then I'm going back in with Sandalwood and just blending that again. Just because I don't want any harsh lines, I just want everything to be nicely blended. So now that I'm happy with the way that looks, I'm going to take, this is my Morphe M456, which is just a smaller blending brush. And I'm going to pick up the shade Cocoa, which is this brown right over here. And I'm just going to be putting this right on the outer corners. Basically putting this like on the outer 1/3 area. And I'm just picking up a little bit of color at a time and just packing it until I'm happy with it. I'm going to pick up the shade Feeling Myself from the JACLYN Hill Volume 2 palette, and I'm just going to pick that up on my Morphe M441 blending brush. And I'm just going to put that right where I put the color Sandalwood. I'm going to sort of add that there because, again, I want a little bit more of like that warmth and that orange to peek through. Okay, and then now once I'm happy with the way that's looking, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Black Truffle, which is that black color. And I'm picking that up on the same Morphe M456, which is that smaller blending brush. And this I just want to pop like on the outer area, like not too far, not bringing it too in, just on the outside, just to blend that. I'm adding the black just because I want it to be a little bit more on the smoky side. And then once I get to where that brown was, I just sort of put my brush, you know, sideways, and I just wiggle it down just because I want it to blend nicely with that brown. And I'm going back in with the ANASTASIA eye primer just because I want to apply a really pretty glitter, but I want the glitter to really pop as well. So what I'm going to do is first I'm just going to take a little bit of the eye primer, and I'm taking this on my Morphe M421 flat synthetic concealer brush, and I'm just going to put this right on like the inner 1/3 area, and I'm just going to blend that in with that brown eyeshadow because again, no harsh lines. So I'm going to pick up the shade 24K, which is that really pretty gold color, which I barely have any left of because I hit pan on it. And this gold is a very, very pretty gold. And I'm just going to apply that right where I put that eye primer. And this is just going to act as a base because we are going to go ahead and use glitter. But I just wanted to put some sort of a base down so the glitter really pops. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take glitter. I'm taking the EYEKANDY glitters. These are my favorite glitters to use. They're so pretty and they're so pigmented and everything. And they're really, really nice. So I'm going to be mixing two because I want a really pretty like copper color. I'm going to be mixing Candy Coin, which is this really pretty gold color. And I'm mixing Pumpkin Pie, which is like this orangey color. And I basically just kept it like on a flat dish like this where I can easily pick up the color and mix it. To stick the glitter on, I'm just taking my Benefit Lash glue that I have here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just apply that on my lid. Right where I put the gold eyeshadow is where I'm putting this glue. If you have glitter glue, you can use that. If you like their liquid sugar that it comes with, you can use that as well. I personally like to use eyelash glue just because I feel like it works better. I'm just going to dip into the orange shade first, which is Pumpkin Pie, and then I'm going to pick up the gold, which is Candy Coin. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just stick that right on top. And as you can see, it's a very, very pretty color. You don't have to use the glitters by themselves. You can always mix them. That's how I always like to use my glitter. I always like to mix both of the colors or any two colors together. If I'm doing a certain look and I want just a solid color, then I just use the color on its own. But I always love to mix these glitters just because I feel like it just gives it a really nice, unique look. And then I'm going to go ahead and work on the other eye. Yeah, I'm just going back in with the shade Black Truffle, which is that black color, and I'm just going to just add that right on the outer 1/3 area and just blend that. To go ahead, remove this tape, and as you can see, we have a really nice cat eye. And I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and wipe away the fallout. So it should look something like this. See how it's really nicely pulled and looks like a really pretty cat eye. That's the kind of look we're going for. I'm going to go ahead and just apply some liquid liner, and I'm using the ANASTASIA black liquid liner for that. So liner is done. Moving on to the rest of the face before I come back to lashes. I'm going to go ahead and just spritz my face using my Mario Badescu facial spray. Again, I love this stuff to apply right before I apply my moisturizers and stuff, just because I feel like this is a little bit like of that sticky, tacky feeling, and I feel like everything just grips on to my face a lot better. I'm just going to take my OLEHENRIKSEN Banana Bright Eye Cream and just apply this right underneath my eyes. To moisturize my face, I'm taking the OLEHENRIKSEN Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream, and I'm just going to take this and apply this all over my face. Also taking a little bit of my Summer Fridays Jet Lag Face Mask, which is the blue one that I always use just for extra hydration. So for primer, I am taking my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer again. My all-time favorite. It's a staple in my makeup routine. I love how it's so sticky and my foundation just adheres to it really, really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and take my MAC Strobe Cream. This is the Silver Light. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to mix it in with my foundation. So I'm just putting it at the back of my hand. I'm going to take my Hourglass foundation in the shade Sand, and I'm just going to go ahead and just apply this on my face. So I have my Hourglass foundation on. Now I'm just taking my Too Faced foundation and just applying it with my beauty sponge in the shade Golden Beige. And how many of you guys have placed your order for the Sephora sale? I know I did. I'm super excited and I'm like waiting for my package to arrive. I'm like checking every single day my emails and like the notifications to see if it's delivered, which is taking a little bit longer because of like COVID and stuff like that. So everything's delayed, but I'm super excited. You guys, I got a whole bunch of stuff, especially foundations, because I don't want to be using the same thing again and again on my channel. So I did get a few products. I invested some money and I got a few new things that I wanted to try out and test out for you guys. And I definitely want to do a Sephora haul for you guys. So make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you guys want me to do a haul video for you guys and show you everything that I got. And then also leave me comments down below on what are some videos that you guys want to see. I feel like I haven't done a makeup video in so long, so that's what I'm doing today. Like I miss sitting down and just playing with makeup and doing a look for you guys. For concealer today, I am taking the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, and this is in the shade Nougat. I like concealer to be a little bit on the brightening side. I don't want it to, you know, completely match my skin tone. So this one I'm just putting underneath my eyes, down these sides of my nose. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit on my forehead, my cupid's bow, my chin, and down the bridge of my nose. And I'm just applying this because we're pretty dramatic with the eyes, so I want this, you know, to highlight and just be more of the focus point. For contour, I am taking my Huda Beauty Tan Tour in the shade Light, and I'm just going to go ahead and contour with this. I love using this product because it's so easy to blend, and it's so easy to apply as well, and it just is really pretty on the skin. It gives you more of that airbrush finish. I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything out with my beauty sponge as well. And again, this contour is so easy to blend. It just looks so seamless and flawless and just so natural. To set my under eye concealer, I'm taking the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder, and I'm using the shade Banana Bread. Just going to go ahead and just set my under eyes with this, and I'm going to bake a little bit because I am going to buff out my lower lash line as well. And then to set my face, I'm taking the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder and then the JACLYN Hill Mood Highlighter in the shade Carrot. I'm going to be mixing these two together. I just love the way this looks on my face, my skin. Honestly, it sets my base really nicely. And ever since I started doing my, ever since I started setting my foundation like this, I haven't used anything else. Like, I'm so in love with it. I love the way my makeup looks with this on. It's just so perfect. So for contour today, I'm taking the Morphe Bronzer, which is the bronzer plus the contour, and this is the shade Celebuton. So it just looks like this, and I'm using this as my bronzer today. I love my Marc Jacobs one, but again, I don't want you guys to get bored of seeing me use the same product again and again. For blush, I'm taking Tarte's 12-Hour Amazonian Clay Blush, and this is in the shade Party, my absolute favorite. And I'm just going to be taking that on my Morphe G4 blush brush. I'm just going to go ahead and just apply this on the apple of my cheeks and blend it back. Okay, so for highlight, I am taking the JACLYN Hill Flash Palette, and I'm going to be taking all four of those shades: Gleam, Ice, Sparks, and Mesmerized. I'm going to be applying this right on the high points of my cheekbones. I love mixing all four shades together. I feel like it's so pretty. To smoke out my lower lash line, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to take the shade Sandalwood first on a Morphe M433 blending brush. I'm just going to start smoking my lower lash line out. Next, picking up the shade Henna, which is right beside Sandalwood, I'm just going to add that and just, you know, darken it, buff it out. I want it to be really smoky. And again, you can smoke it out to your preference, your liking. You can put as much or as little product. Next, I'm going to take the shade Cocoa, which is that darker brown shade that we use. This I'm going to start putting from the halfway mark, right where my pupil sort of stops on this side, not the outer but the inner area. That's where I want the dark brown to start sort of, and work at blending this out, because I want I want it to go from a light to dark ombre, if that makes sense, for my lower lash line. And then I'm just going to go ahead and sort of dust away fallout underneath my eyes and that extra powder that we were baking with. For my brows, I'm just taking my MAC eyeshadow in the shade Charcoal Brown, which is this one right over here, and I'm just picking that up on my Morphe M158 angled brush. I use a very light hand when filling in my brows. And then to just lock everything in place, I'm taking the Gimme Brow Voluminizing Gel in the number 3 by Benefit, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that right on top. I'm going to go ahead and just coat my lashes with mascara, and I'm using the Too Faced Waterproof Mascara for this. For lashes, I'm taking my SANZA Beauty lashes in the style Shisha. They're really pretty, full, and wispy, and I love them for this really dramatic look. I'm going to throw on some lower lash mascara. I'm going to take the shade Gleam from, again, the JACLYN Hill Flash Palette, which is this really pretty color. I'm going to mainly apply it right at the high points and then bring it down, just because I want, you know, the brows to look really lifted and defined. For lips, because this look is, again, so dramatic, I'm going to take my ANASTASIA liquid lipsticks in the shade On Mute and Sand, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that. And then I'm just going to spritz a little bit of my Mario Badescu facial setting spray just to lock everything in place. And that is it, you guys. That is the completed makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Again, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications so you guys never miss another upload. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!